Anyway, what's in the news, Robin, speaking of the walking wounded?
Oh, where do we start? Last night, the Chicago Bulls broke the record. They have now won 70 games in one season, more than any other team.
Yeah, that really affected me.
Here is the sound at the end of the game. Here are the commentators calling it.
Got it. Look at these guys are all excited.
I know. Listen to the fans.
5 guys put a ball through the rim, and they're like, you know.
There it is. 70 has become a reality for the Chicago Bulls.
So they're the most winningest team of all?
The winningest team of all time. And they have a chance to expand the lead even more because they have a few more games left in the season. Here are the 3 starring players on that team. Scottie Pippen, how do you feel about winning 70 in a row? Not 70 in a row, but 70 in a season.
I would like to go to Disneyland. No, Scotty. Not yet.
We just had to show that Chicago Bulls are not a team of up and down. We got to show a team that we're very physical. We can play that pizzazz, that finesse, and things like that. But when it's time to buckle down, we buckle down.
English is second language?
That's Dennis Rodman. I asked for Scottie Pippen.
That says Scottie Pippen on it, though.
Well,
maybe the Dennis Rodman one is Scottie Pippen. You want to try?
Maybe.
All right.
I'm happy, believe me. I'm not.
It is, right?
I'm very happy.
That is? They're all mislabeled. Are you saying the guy who made these cards can't tell one basketball player from the other?
What is he saying?
What is he saying to us? We got to bucko down. We got to bucko. Bucko down. We got to bucko down.
We achieved this. Now, if 70 means you're guaranteeing us a championship, then I'll be even more happier.
Let's just try them all. You just tell us who
right,
we'll see if we can guess who they are.
We'll see if there's a Scottie Pippen among them.
All right. Maybe not. Maybe there is.
70 games is a great record.
Who's that?
That's Michael Jordan again.
Been a part of, but to say that it's above the championships and the world championships and the national championships and the gold
That's
medal,
buckwheat?
it's too early to compare that.
I got another one. You want to try it? This could be Scottie Pippen. Let's see.
Last year we went through some disappointments at the end of the season, and we vowed to come.
Who's that?
That's Michael Jordan.
No.
And get ourselves back.
And you don't have a Scottie Pippen.
No, this is just one step. I must admit, we didn't start the season saying we're going to win 70 games. We started the season saying we're going to win a championship. We're halfway there right now.
All right.
All right. So anyway, Michael Jordan is very excited.
Yeah, why not? Single-handedly did it.
Everybody was trying to get Scottie Pippen, and Michael just kept talking.
Right. Maybe Scottie Pippen couldn't get a word in edgewise.
I'll have to guess that that's what happened.
Tell me those guys invented a way for our troops to get out of Bosnia, and I'll get excited. Can't get too worked up over this.
Well, now they go on to the playoffs after the end of the season, and then we'll see how they do there. But they have set a record with 70 wins. Lawyers can't get anything out of O.J. Simpson's longtime friend, Al Cowlings. Cowlings was deposed by the lawyers conducting the civil suit against O.J. Simpson for the families of Ron Goldman and Nicole Brown. He took the fifth a number of times during the deposition whenever he was asked about the infamous Bronco slow-speed chase and anything that happened in the days after the deaths.
You know, it's funny. I ran into a guy on Saturday. Went out to a restaurant, and he said, "Hey, AC Cowlings was in here. You know, like it was a big deal." And I said, "Gee, did you shun him?" Mm-hmm. He goes, "No, AC's a great guy." Blah blah blah. I said, "You're kidding me." You know, here's a guy who we all know that Ron and Cole were killed by OJ. There's nobody on the planet who doesn't know it. And AC has been, I don't know, less than stellar as a human being through this whole thing, as far as I'm concerned. And I don't know, people just accept him. He's a great guy, this and that and the other thing. I don't know what happened, man. It's just all of a sudden everything switched.
Well, I saw little blurb in the paper the other day that O.J. went down to the Bahamas and was having a great time signing autographs, partying, playing golf in a celebrity tournament.
Yeah, lots of people hanging around with O.J.
And not having a difficult time doing that.
I saw his arm around some, like, middle-aged white woman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they were posing for some pictures. Like, ooh, I got O.J.'s picture. Jeez. So A.C. Cowlings gets deposed. Ron and Nicole continue to decompose, and nothing changes.
He'll be on the stand again today. I think they expect that he will take the fifth again anytime they ask him any questions about his dealings with O.J. He did testify that he never saw O.J. and Nicole fight.
I took the fifth last night. Fifth of bourbon. Hey. Fifth of bourbon. Get it?
Funnier than James.
This is going to be sad news for many, many families in America, Howard. The founder of one of the world's most popular family pastimes has died.
Masturbation?
Oh.
That's not a family pastime, at least not in my house.
Well, you come up my place. Us and the cats. What's left of them?
Don Clayton. Do you know that name?
Don Clayton? That's the guy who invented incest?
No.
No. That's the guy. Don Clayton, he invented...
You don't know. Why don't you say you don't know?
I don't know. I don't want to say that. I want to be here all day.
He is the retired chief executive officer of Putt-Putt Golf.
Putt-Putt Golf? Oh, I love that. What is that? Is that miniature golf?
Yes.
God, what a dumb game. Golf is a real dumb game, but now you put windmills in the way and try and get the ball through there.
I've never understood that.
Miniature golf, bunch of losers. I saw guys dressed up in golf outfits going miniature golf.
And
yeah, right. Watch that, Robin.
Oh, hey.
Off the air, maybe you can talk like that.
No, that was knickers.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
Stupid pants.
Close enough is right.
Clayton died this morning in North Carolina. He was 70 years old. He collapsed at a community function last night.
That's a good place to do it. Community function. It's not too embarrassing.
He started the chain of putt-putt miniature golf courses in Fayetteville, North Carolina in the 1950s. Today, there are hundreds of courses worldwide.
That's mostly a white people's sport, miniature golf. I don't see many black people on the course.
Well, when have you played?
Oh, I played a lot. I used to go over to Nunley's. They closed that place down.
Really? You were a putt-putt golfer?
Oh, big putt-putt golfer. Very good at it, as a matter of fact. I shot in the low 70s. I wonder if Chiasano, considers that,
Is that how he started?
Yeah, like when he goes and plays miniature golf.
I took a par on that hole.
Well, I thought I'd better break the news to you early in the cast.
Hey, you know what we ought to do? This inspired me.
Mr. Clayton had died.
Why don't we take the E-camera? Me, you, Jackie, Fred, and Gary go out and play miniature golf. We'll see who wins.
I have never played miniature golf.
Yeah, so what? Who has? I mean, I've played a couple of times. I suck at it.
Well, I'm just saying, I hold to the stereotype that blacks don't play that game.
Let me tell you something. You're not black. You play fine. Let me tell you something. Oh, here's Gary.
No, I'll challenge you, bull.
I'm a good putt-putt golfer.
You don't even know what I'm here for. My dad and I went to putt-putt every Sunday.
Did you?
I'm sure that I could kick your ass.
Really?
That's the one that we were...
But your Tom's into putt-putt.
Oh,
Tom, you into putt-putt golf?
No, but I have to tell you, the first entrepreneurial thing I ever tried was being a co-owner of a 9-hole miniature golf course in the middle of downtown Chicago.
Why did you leave that?
I lost my butt.
Really? Did you really?
Yeah.
Well, how much? What do you charge for miniature golf?
I lost $2,000.
Really? What do you charge for something like that?
It was like $250 for it was a 9-hole miniature golf course.
Yeah. $2.50.
Yeah.
How much does it cost to build one of those?
I think it cost. I think my share was like $1,500.
You're kidding?
No.
How many guys were you in business with?
1,500.
So it was like $4,500 to buy it.
Oh, so it was 4,500 total. So you're in business with a couple of guys.
Yeah, right.
And you guys run it yourselves?
Yeah.
That's funny. How old were you?
I was 25, 26.
Yeah. And so, you opened it up.
How many people do you need to go through there to make it work?
I don't know about the
More
math,
than we
but
did,
I bet. Some food and stuff.
There was a concession stand near. It was Marina City in Chicago. It was like in the middle of downtown.
Yeah.
There was a canvas awning on top of this ice skating rink.
Yeah.
That in the summertime they couldn't keep ice on, so we put the miniature golf course there.
That's true. What do you need? You need a couple of windmills.
Uh-huh.
Right.
I always hit the damn ball they have a little square cut out at the bottom. Right. I never can hit that square. I'm there 6-7 times before I get through that damn windmill.
And I think.
And what were you like, the golf pro there? Like
No. I was just, well,
Let me help you.
I was a guy who, when I had time on the weekends, I'd go there. I'd work. I'd do the cashiering. I'd do the.
Right.
But it
Your
rained.
hands on.
Like the whole summer, it rained. And
you
there
got
were
wiped
holes
out.
in the roof.
So you lost what, $1,500?
Yeah.
Wow, it's not so bad.
I mean, back then.
Live and learn.
Back then, it was a lot of money to
Just
me.
think if you stayed in it, you could have owned like 15 putt-putt golfs now. Did you buy a franchise? Like they set it up for you?
No. We just we bought the 9-hole course.
Cool.
Joke.
Sorry it didn't work out for you.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry for all of us.
I think the other guys actually were ripping me off on the cash receipt.
Really?
Yeah.
You?
Yeah.
You? How could they do that? You're too smart.
I learned a lesson.
I doubt it. I doubt they were ripping you off.
No, I think they were.
Really? Did you ever accuse them of it?
No.
Oh, you didn't?
No. It was. I mean, I kind of I came to the realization well after the fact.
Right.
Because there just had to be more money going through this thing than I wound up with.
Sometimes you can't believe that you can't make any money.
Yeah.
They're all driving new cars.
And then they made you general manager of a radio station.
No.
You went from cashier to miniature golf course to... Well, anyway, your hero, the head of miniature putt-putt golf, died.
My hero.
You know what? Now that Italian group is calling back, they do want Tom.
Yeah. They didn't realize you ran a miniature golf into the ground.
Those guys did send me a letter.
Did they?
Yeah.
Good. Oh, I hope you're going to go?
No.
Why?
I'm busy.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't want to go to a presidential dinner?
He knows he's busy in October?
Yeah.
What? It's an Italian-American...
No, I'm busy. I happen to have something. I already have. Believe it or not, I have something scheduled. Then.
Really?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you would go?
Deny your heritage.
I'm proud of being Italian.
Yeah.
Sure you are. All right, thank you.
Goodbye.
All right, Robin, where were we?
You were saying the group is going to go out and play miniature.
Yeah, what do you think of that idea?
I would do it.
Okay, I'll go too.
We can go on the west side of Manhattan.
All right.
There's a miniature golf course
There's a
in
whole
Manhattan.
sports place now that they built on the west side. You can
Let's
go
book
drive
that.
golf balls.
We'll do it on a day that I'm not shooting. I have 2 free days a week.
Which 2 of those?
Those will probably be like a Tuesday and a Wednesday. My shooting schedule is very demanding, but I can certainly find an hour to play some putt-putt golf.
A little recreation.
Yeah, why not? With my friends.
Who would that be?
And Fred. All right, who else, Robin, is in the news?
The Unabomber, of course. A federal grand jury meets in Montana today and could begin hearing evidence against Unabomber suspect Ted Kaczynski.
You know, I can't figure something out, Robin. Help me out with this. I'm following the Unabomber case as closely as I can in between depositions.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to tell you, I don't understand how the FBI, they got this one shack. The guy lived, they say, it didn't even have a basement. It was literally like a box he lived in.
It was one room, yeah.
Now, for the last couple of weeks, we've been hearing information leaking out of there. Every day they find new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Unabomber, they found a typewriter. The next day they found it. How long does it take to search the Unabomber's house?
Well, I don't think we're hearing about things as they come out in the search. I think we're hearing dribs and drabs of information as people get it.
But they even said on the news, they said they were thinking of flying the Unabomber's house out to a special location so they could spend time searching it. It's 1 square room. What is in this Unabomber's house?
It was obviously jammed full of stuff.
You mean they couldn't fill up a couple of plastic bags and bring all the contents of that one little... You saw the shack on the news.
Yes.
They couldn't have filled up the entire...
It was a tar paper shack.
Yeah, I mean, what are they talking about here?
But the thing was that, he was very meticulous, it seems.
I guess.
And he, had his bombing materials in cereal boxes. So when you walked in, it looked like he had tons and tons of cereal. Or tons and tons of detergent. And he just changed the contents of every box. So it took time to open all the lids and see what was inside. It wasn't oatmeal. It was plastic explosives.
The way they were talking, I thought they were searching Aaron Spelling's house.
Now, that probably would take a couple of years. But anyway, they are going to now start presenting this evidence to a grand jury to see if they can't get some more conviction or some more indictments handed down against Ted Kaczynski and hold him over for, I suppose, some of these Unabomber explosions.
Right.
However, his attorney has asked the judge to delay any grand jury proceedings, saying the government leaks about evidence shows a lynch mob mentality.
Mm-hmm.
The judge has not immediately ruled. I told you yesterday that the lawyer had asked that all charges be dropped against his client be let go, because any possible jury pool has been tainted and you won't be able to get a fair trial.
Right.
now that they've had all these leaks in the press.
Yeah, let's hope he doesn't get a fair trial. Fair trials have been ruining our country for years. People get way too fair trial. Let me take a break, Robin. We'll finish the news when we get back.
You're against fair trial?
Now I am, absolutely.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show. With the Howard Stern Show.
I was up at 1 o'clock in the morning, sitting in my closet, writing on my computer to Jackie, Fred, and Gary. Had Lotus Notes that saved my life. Now I can yell over the computer.
Oh, you were up yelling at them?
Well, I write. Come on. I try to be forceful. Half the time I'm writing, I don't even make any sense. I don't care. Are you on the connection yet?
No, they've decided that my modem is now dead, so they're getting me a new modem.
Your modem died like Smelly James' comedy career.
Or Timmy the Cat.
All right, well, you'll get on eventually. I think within a couple of years you'll be on there.
Sure. Hey, if they keep missing appointments, they were supposed to be there Friday. Nobody showed up.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I know you don't tolerate that.
It's been touch and go here with your experts.
Interesting.
Should everybody else know?
What'd you say?
Everybody else going.
That's right.
Not her.
They don't like me, maybe, then.
Anyway, let's continue with the news.
What you said about me.
Yeah, maybe you influenced them. Robin, go ahead. You compiled quite a list of things going on in the world.
Yeah, just clearing up some things, that we have been following. We were talking about this DJ in Phoenix who used to work at one of the stations, I guess. We were on one station in Phoenix, and we switched to another, and at one time we were on the same station with a DJ named Carla Fox.
Yes. Cousin Fifi.
I don't think she had...
An air name? It sounds like Carla Fox is an air name, yeah.
Air name, but Carla Fox was the air name she was using.
What happened to her?
She had gotten into some trouble because there was a doctor who was the victim of a hit-and-run accident, and they couldn't find anybody, and then all of a sudden they started investigating her and her car because there were some problems with the car and the debris found in the car that looked like it could be pieces of this guy that had been hit.
Yeah, how'd those get there? I don't understand. How'd those get there?
And then she had to be questioned, and there was this whole investigation going on. So finally, the whole thing has been wrapped up. She has pleaded guilty to leaving the scene of an accident.
When they find one of the cheeks of a guy's ass in your radiator, you know you're going somewhere.
But she won't be getting any jail time, I think, because it's a first offense.
Yeah.
And they're not really charging her with, anything more than, sort of like absent-mindedly. Because she kept saying, she had just had something done to her eyes, and she didn't know if she had seen somebody. She wasn't sure. And so it wasn't malicious on her part, it seems.
Yeah.
So jail time.
I know a guy who ran over his wife and kids had the same problem.
The doctor was also jaywalking, so...
Oh, I see.
It's all partially his fault, I guess.
What?
He deserved it.
Yeah. Well, good for Carla.
So, according to the Arizona Republican Gazette, Fox has agreed to plead guilty to leaving the scene of a fatal accident. Odds are she'll get probation. She spent 10 years in Phoenix radio at stations like KESZ and K-Hot, and she just started doing weekends for KHTC when the accident happened. She hasn't been heard on the air since then, so we don't know what her future in radio will be.
I think this will propel her career.
But surely everybody can work in radio.
She can change her name to Crash Fox.
Well, everybody has to have one of those new catchy names in radio these days.
There you go.
So maybe it'll all work out for her in the end.
All right.
There's going to possibly be an over-the-counter circumcision device.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that.
A Malaysian man has invented a disposable circumcision device resembling a corkscrew.
That's great.
That is generating interest in foreign companies eager to market it abroad. It's called the Tara Clamp.
Tara Clamp.
And would retail for $40 overseas. Is there, like, a big demand?
Yeah. Wouldn't you want somebody maybe to do the circumcision for you? Do you really need to do it yourself? How much money could you save?
Whew. All I I know is that it's approved by Muslim religious authorities, so that's important.
Let's get Fred one for his birthday.
And the device comes in various sizes to fit different ages.
I still take baby size.
I was going to say, does that mean you'll have to go with a younger age?
Yeah. I had to buy the infant self-circumcision kit. I'm pretty embarrassed.
Ugh, doesn't circumcision hurt?
Yeah. Well, they're doing it on little babies. They can't complain.
But why would you, give an adult not want to go to a doctor, be anesthetized? You're going to sit at home, put something that looks like a corkscrew on you?
Yeah, but think of the money you'll save, Robin.
The device comes in various sizes and fits different ages, as I said, and the circumcision can be done in minutes. You hope.
That's the whole premise of that new Ivan Reitman movie with Billy Crystal and Robin Williams. Those guys give each other circumcisions. That's how it starts.
I don't know. Just seems awfully gruesome to me that you'd want to be doing that at home. Woody Harrelson is becoming a tax rebel.
No kidding.
Yeah, he has decided to withhold $10,000 of his taxes to protest a government he claims uses tax dollars to desecrate nature.
He better get serious, that guy. Get with the program. If everybody starts doing that.
He chickened out last year. I guess he was thinking about doing it then. But now he's decided somebody has to fight City Hall.
IRS is going to dick him around, but good. Trust me.
Specific complaints are a just overturned logging ban, which he says gives the timber industry carte blanche to take any tree.
IRS is going to nip this one in the bud.
He's also protesting the defeat of the Colorado industrial hemp bill.
One of those guys, huh?
But they say it's not the getting high kind of hemp. A versatile
He wants to make rope.
He says can be used for making paper and fiber.
Yeah.
And he's been quietly fighting the plight of flora and fauna for years.
Well, I've been behind that, but I don't agree with holding back your taxes.
He even slipped a note to the president at Ted Danson's wedding. So he's been trying to get his environmental issues before powerful people for quite some time.
Mr. President, could you please look into the flora and fauna issue, man? Please. Legalize hemp. Thank you.
He's now urging other people to deal with the government in the language it understands. Taxes.
How long before his career follows Shelley Long's?
All I know is that Woody is making a stand.
Good for him. This country's been very bad to him.
Well, he says, I know I'm just a pampered actor and I really don't have any room to complain, but...
I'll complain.
He really cares about the forest.
Okay. So be it.
So what can we do?
Yeah. We need paper, okay, pal? The rest of us do. Thank you.
Do you see what's happening with term limits? The New York City Council is now calling for a referendum that would restart the clock on term limits so that everybody who's experienced in government wouldn't have to leave government all at the same time.
Are you like me and you don't care about term limits? I am so against term limits.
But apparently we must have passed it here.
Oh.
And we now have this term limits law in effect in New York City, which will mean that on 2001, the entire government will get up, walk out, and all new people will come in, and nobody will know what's going on.
So ridiculous. You know what it is? I know what they're reacting to. You got guys who are in Congress 100 years. They practically don't show up anymore. But if this taxpayer is so stupid, the voter, they keep reelecting these guys and not look into it. I know I'm one of the stupid ones. I just pull the lever.
Well,
I don't investigate.
When this all was coming up, we already have term limits. If you want to vote somebody out, you vote them out.
Yeah, is that too simplistic? I don't think so. So, and then if by some lucky stroke you get a guy who's really good, we used to have a congressman around here who was fantastic. Somebody killed him or something. His name was, I don't know, some Jewish name. I can't think of it. Remember the guy who got killed? He was a congressman.
That doesn't ring any bells.
He ran for senator once. Lowenstein. He was really good. Now, here's a guy who'd won in office a long time because he was good.
And somebody killed him?
Yeah, he got into some altercation with. I don't know what it was. Something like that. Some guy named Hey, Would You Blow Me?
Oh, dear. Go on with your story.
No, but I don't know. Something happened. But I'm saying if you get a good guy, there is no story. If you get a good guy in there, you want to keep him in, you know. So why would you want a term limit? It doesn't make any sense to me.
And now we see that it's just going to cause a big problem. They say we have a budget in the billions of dollars. How are you going to let all new people who've never been in government and don't know how to handle it come in and now try to fix it, try to manage the city?
Well, you can't do any worse than everyone else.
Because it seems that the term limits bill that's in effect now would affect everybody in office, and they would all have to leave at the same time.
Can I say something?
What?
I love your passion. You are very passionate.
So now the city council wants to enact another referendum that would allow everybody to be reelected again, I suppose, and stay in office another 6 years until before they have this term limits thing come to pass. So it's just causing more problems. It didn't answer anything.
I can see you're upset about it.
Well, it was a stupid idea in the first place, and one that we'll now have to withdraw because we see how much trouble it causes. But in the meantime, we could ruin the city.
Right.
Britain's Prince Andrew and the Duchess of York are getting a divorce, finally.
You need a modem. You've got a lot to say. You got to get on the Lotus Notes. I'm telling you. You're ready.
A judge today approved the first stage of the procedure. It's a rather cut and dried action. The Yorks and 28 other couples were granted a decree that guarantees them a quick divorce in British courts.
Right.
I had no idea they were still married.
I thought they were divorced a year or two ago.
The decree will be due in 6 weeks, ending their 10-year marriage. They married they separated in March of 1992.
I couldn't believe when he married her.
Well, what's the story there?
I don't know. I don't know with that guy. You're the goddamn prince, for God's sakes, or whatever he is.
He was a prince.
Yeah.
He is a prince.
Marries some big, goofy redhead with freckles.
And then still can't hold on to her. She's
Yeah.
got some other guy sucking her toes.
Suck this.
Yeah.
Right here.
Did you see in the paper yesterday that Charles Grodin's contract with CNBC is about to be up?
Oh my God! You can't lose him. He's as talented as Tom Snyder. You don't want to lose a fine like that.
They have a whole new group, I guess, running the place.
I would say they need it. It's a completely wasted cable channel, which everybody gets for some reason. Why you can't get the E channel? Something somebody wants to see. I don't know. Cable companies, once they put something on, they can't take it off. Nobody watches CNBC. Nobody cares about it. It's talk radio with a picture on it. It's boring, and it sucks.
Well, in Inner Tube, they said that Grodin had gotten into trouble with his bosses a little bit because when they found out he was going to have Jerry Seinfeld on his show, they encouraged him to get Seinfeld on right away.
Yeah, so maybe they get an audience.
Yeah, so maybe get an audience and hold it.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, Grodin ignored whatever suggestions they had for putting him on right at the top of the show, went through his usual monologue and the whole long thing. And
well, you know what it is. His regular viewers need to see him. All 5 of them.
Of course, Jerry showed up, close to the end of the show. I mean, he even had another guest on, some high school friend of his that he sits and reminisces with.
I think it's the high school friend that comes on and they talk about me.
I think so.
Yeah.
And leaving Jerry, I guess, sitting in the green room.
Yeah,
well, they finished that, and then they finally got Jerry on. They say that this has really ticked off the new boss.
Well, Charles Grodin's a big star. He can carry the show himself.
And everybody's wondering now what will happen to Chuck and his show come October when the contract is actually up.
Yeah, because CNBC won't be able to make money without him.
His agents say that Charles Grodin has had a good time doing the show and would love to continue with it, but in October, if they haven't made any of the appropriate noises at CNBC, he will be made aware of all of his options.
Guys who make, guys who are having a good time doing their shows means they're not doing any work on their shows. Trust me, I hate doing this show. That's why I'm successful. My opinion of that is Charles Grodin's jealous of Jerry Seinfeld. Not because of Jerry's talent, but because of Jerry's hair.
They even say when Jerry was on, Charles Grodin did most of the talking.
Yeah.
Because his questions are so long-winded.
You ever see Jerry's beautiful head of hair?
Well, yeah, Jerry has a full head of hair.
Right. Charles doesn't have any hair. You might be fooled into thinking he does, but I understand he has no hair and never takes off his wig.
None?
Not even at home. That's right.
None whatsoever?
That's right.
Wow.
It's like he's in chemotherapy. He looks like a chemotherapy guy.
There was a survey done by
Jackie the Jokeman Martling?
a telephone company.
Oh. That means it's a real survey.
And the last time I think this might be the same survey. I'm not quite sure, but I told you there was it was Bell Atlantic. They did a survey, and who'd you least like to get a call from, and your name came out.
My name was the winner, I thought.
Yeah, your name was number one.
Would most like to get a call from is me. Not anyone else.
But you also wound up being one of the people they'd most like to get a call from.
Are these people schizophrenics?
90% of respondents said they would take a call from Howard Stern.
They would.
Yeah.
They wouldn't like to, but they'd take it.
They would take it, though.
Right.
While 25% said they'd like to take a call from Oprah Winfrey.
Why? Be bored to death?
Well, I'm just saying, 90% said they'd take a call from you. Only 20% said Oprah.
Right. So why isn't that brought out in the public? Why isn't the press on top of that?
So I just wanted to point out what people said to that survey. You were very popular.
Right. Getting a call from me is like butt sex. You don't like it, but you'll take it. Right, Robin? Is that what you're saying?
Your numbers were even better than the president's, Howard.
Really? So then what is all the fuss about?
I don't know.
People love me.
Why are they always coming down on you when so many people would like to talk to you?
Rat bastards.
So, anything else here I'd like to talk about? Do you know this? I guess the hockey season is about to end. This is another sport.
How did I miss that?
I am not really all that up on.
I just know they can get models. Hockey players can go out with models.
I guess any sports figures can do that. But there's a tradition in Detroit. I don't know if this was going on when you were there.
No, when I was there was Law and Order when I was there. The tradition of murder was going on there, if that's what you mean.
No, I'm not talking about murder.
What?
The Detroit Red Wings, whenever they get into the playoffs, the fans like to throw octopi.
Octopus, yes.
On the ice.
Right. That wasn't going on when I was there.
So the playoffs are beginning tonight, and there's been a run on fish markets in Detroit because people are trying to get their octopus ready so that they can throw it onto the ice tonight. Here is Novi Toko, who is the manager of a seafood place in Detroit, to tell us a little bit about it.
I just tell them to just grab it and throw it, toss it as far as you can out on the ice. Don't hit nobody in the stands.
And then just what kind of an octopus do you need to make a good throw?
About a 4-pound octopus. That's a nice size to toss. You know, you get something that's like 2 pounds. It's kind of small. You get that little heavier one, like around 4 pounds. You got something to grab onto where the weight will carry it far.
Now, they don't encourage people to do this, so you really have to sneak them in. How does he say you should do that?
You got to hope it's not 80 degrees because you're going to have to wear some type of coat to conceal it. And I usually tell them, I give them some plastic bags here and have them put it in there and tell them to stick it in their stomach or their pants.
It's nice. Octopus had to give up its life so you could throw it onto a rink.
And there are plenty of starving people in the world.
I wouldn't eat octopus no matter how hungry I was.
Who could do with a good meal, and it's being thrown out on the ice at a hockey game.
I'd rather taste the body fluids of a man than eat that octopus.
Ugh. Really?
I don't know. I got to think about that. Anyway,
Pat Buchanan, according to the Washington Star or Washington Times, that's the one that's working now. Washington Times is about to drop out of the presidential race. He's also, according to them, given up any plans of running as a third-party candidate, and he will try to stay inside the Republican Party and influence the convention.
Very good.
So that his planks get into the platform.
Okay.
So there you have it. That's what's going on.
Thanks, Robin. Why don't you plug the date where you'll be speaking for your...
April 25th, I'll be speaking at the Child Abuse Prevention Program fundraiser. To get tickets or information, you can call 718-834-5159. Phoebe Snow will also be entertaining that evening.
The great Phoebe Snow. Jackie Penthouse Joke Page Martling. You'll enjoy his funny 2-hour video, his wild game Stump the Joke Man, $15, $4 shipping and handling. Spring special, buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING. Saturday night, April 27th at Stars. It's Jackie in Allentown, Pennsylvania. For Jokeland's web address and Sergeant Pecker info, call 516-922-WINE. Don't miss Steve the Gorillo Prick hosting a wild night of fun at Fantasies in Keyport, New Jersey. This Thursday night, April 18th. And also, if you're planning a wedding, a party, you need a DJ, call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment at 718-BAG-5040. We'll see you tomorrow.
Howard Stern all morning. Pure rock all day.